Hello, beautiful people. My name is Navi. I'm joined by Abe and Charlie. Welcome back to another Tony Tuesday.
How you doing?
For our viewers and listeners, we hope you guys are doing well. Just a quick heads up, this episode is also available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, specifically the discussion portion of the show. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing, like this video, and also hit that notification bell for when we have a new upload.
And if you want an uncut version of this, find us on Patreon. The link is in the description. It's $5 a month. You have to have your own copy of the show, but you can follow along with us and watch our reactions fully uncut. Hear all the stupid shit we have to say.
Yep, that's pretty much what you're getting.
Unfiltered. And thank you for all of you who have been supporting us on there. It means so much to us. So yeah, check us out on Patreon down below.
Indeed.
Abe and Charlie, how you guys doing?
We're doing great.
I'm good. I'm tired.
I'm pretty damn sleepy too, but I saw the thumbnail for this and it got me excited because my assumption of
No show.
what's her face? The FBI chick.
Danielle?
Yeah. I was under the impression that she was going to be trying to...
Yeah, with Christopher.
Yeah, with Christopher. But then the whole interaction between her and Tony last episode and whatnot. But then the thumbnail here has Christopher on the couch with both Adriana and Danielle. So, I don't know.
And before we get into this episode, Abe, can you please read the comments from our previous episode?
Yes, I can. The first one comes from SL Nick. Apparently, during the first season, James Gandolfini received an anonymous phone call and someone basically said, "We like what you're doing, but Adon doesn't wear shorts," then hung up. So David Chase used it in this episode for Carmine. It was assumed the actual mob was watching the show and enjoying it, but they had to correct them. That's crazy, bro. Imagine you're doing the thing. It's like, listen, this is cool what you're doing, but don't wear shorts or we'll kill you. Imagine.
Crazy.
This one comes from Kiryu Kuzuma. Season 4. This is a great one. Season 4 has my favorite scene in the entire show. Season 4 has my favorite dramatic oh my gosh scene in the entire show. Season 4 has my favorite song used in the entire show. One of the reasons why I really like this season is because of how these characters are written. This season is like a roller coaster and I enjoy every second of it.
Damn, so season 4 is it.
And we're just getting on the roller coaster. The next one comes from Alexander. You guys reacting to Janice coming on to Ralphie are probably my favorite parts.
Yeah.
I just can't, like, I can't get over
It's
it.
gonna happen again, and we're gonna be pissed off.
Dude, I mean, yeah, she's got some sort of motive. She's got something that she's trying to get out of this.
With that being said, y'all, episode 2, no show.
Got yourself a gun.
Mr. Will Arnett.
Bojack.
Lilac Personal Shopping. Hey, you.
Hey.
Jesus Christ. What a start to this episode.
Brother, starving.
You want some lunch? I was just gonna sit down to a tuna sand.
Everybody naked in this episode, bro? What the hell?
Wearing a bikini, bro.
I know. Sorry, we have not seen metal like this.
You were gonna get up at 8:30 to be at TCBY Yogurt when the manager got there.
5 days till school starts. What's the use of getting a job now?
Oh, I don't know. A few textbooks you could buy, pairs of socks, and anything that we don't have to supply.
Look, Mom, this whole thing about working between now and start of class is all about you being pissed because I'm intern at the Paper Mill Playhouse this summer.
We bought you a car so you could drive back and forth to your internship. You don't feel bad that you didn't live up to your end of the deal?
Jesus, we've been through this how many times? There was no stagecraft whatsoever in what they had me doing at the Playhouse. Like, I haven't been through enough this year. 12 credits, 2 semesters in a row, and I'm not entitled to a summer?
12 credits isn't even crazy. Relax.
Kind of back to their old ways, in a way.
Fighting again, yeah.
Yeah.
You hardly broke a C, Meadow, your entire second semester.
Maybe you forgot my ex-boyfriend died?
Your grades started going down the tubes while you were still going out with Jackie.
Hello? Oh, hi. Come on, he's so totally duplicitous.
Girl's pulling out the vocab flashcards.
She's got Ivy Brat written all over her.
Did you at least go online and register for your classes?
Well,
Oh, just go.
Damn, at this point you were already registering for classes online?
Brother, Furio.
Something
at
that I
Carmela. Look at Carmela.
expected in the character progression of Carmela for her to start having the hots for Fudio or something.
Pure High. He'll be down in a second. He's just changing. He was working outside this morning. Do you want some coffee?
Sure.
Shoo.
Listen, I don't think I got time for coffee. I need you to drop me over to the mechanic so I can pick up my car. Then I got an appointment. I'll drive myself. All right? Later.
It's not the kiss she wants, man.
Speaking of 98 pounds, I hear Jenny Sachs getting a 95-pound mold taken off her ass.
Hey, some guy's wife.
Yikes.
I drove out to Youngstown to see Uncle Paulie, and he was hoping you could settle this shit with Ralph and the no-show carpenter jobs.
For the record, I had my guy go over the books. We can do maybe 2 carpenter jobs, 1 no-show, 1 no work.
2 jobs on a $300 million project?
Come on, Ralph. What's the real number?
What, am I speaking in tongues here? 2. Maybe I can do 3.
My uncle's looking for at least 10.
I'm talking here. The guy's in the can. You think you want to keep him happy, maybe?
All right, here it is. And this comes from for the duration. You will give Paulie 5 carpenter jobs, 2 no-shows and 3 no-works. One of the no-shows our friend in Youngstown keeps, and 1 he gives to Chrissy here. The others, the no-work jobs, that's for Paulie, how he wants to distribute them.
It is so decreed. Now, if there isn't anything else.
There is something else. With Paulie in the can, there's a new acting capo of his crew.
Christopher.
It's Chrissy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Chrissy, sit down.
It's a big responsibility, Chrissy. Hey, I got it covered. First thing I'm doing is getting wings in my hair.
Oh my God.
You know, like Paulie.
Jesus.
Looking like Mr. Fantastic, the Grays.
Please, no. This is not a good decision.
See these crystal paperweights? Last year, I bought for Christmas.
Forgot she had a club.
Oh, that's right.
Christopher talks about having kids once in a while. I used to date this one guy, Vinny. I swear, we'd be in the middle of doing it, and if his goddamn beeper went off, then he'd just leave. He used to carry a gun.
It's probably just to protect himself. I mean, Christopher does too sometimes. You're in a cash business.
Stocks is a cash business?
Can I tell you something?
Uh-oh.
Don't do it. She's going to give her intel. It's a trap.
I don't think I can have kids. I can't believe I'm telling you this. Just I feel really close to you. A long time ago, before Christopher even, I had an abortion. There were complications.
Damn.
My gynecologist says that there's a good chance I won't be able to hold a pregnancy.
That's rough.
Christopher don't even know. My own mother even.
Jeez.
They can do incredible things these days, Aid. I know a great OBGYN that my sister went to in the city.
Yeah, so you put this in the back of your freezer, it'll take out any odors.
He's like telling him that's like almost like
yeah.
Arm & Hammer. Like,
Yeah, deodorizer or whatever the hell.
Something's wrong with that broad.
Something's wrong with you.
Oh, yeah? Here's what's wrong with me.
Holy shit. Oh my God. These diamonds.
He's always doing this stuff, bro.
They're always doing this stuff. They all do it.
get a promotion by the lady, something nice.
I had a great conversation with Silvio today. Let's just say that Carmela ain't gonna be first lady forever.
See, this is connecting to what Tony was talking to Melfi about, you know, having somebody run stuff on his behalf.
Guy in a red jacket? In like 10 seconds, that cop's a fireball.
I don't think I want to see this.
Oh, my God.
I'm coming! What are you doing here?
On the corner of Bacalaos. Figured I'd come by, say hello.
Ralphie's car's got to be there.
Right?
Got any coffee?
I may only have soy milk.
He's going to see like
Shoes.
What?
Yep.
What do you care, Tony? It's none of your business anyhow.
Ralph Cifaretto, Jonas?
It's always something with you. Why don't you stay out of other people's living rooms?
Jesus Christ.
I knew that was going to be his reaction, like truly disgusted.
Ralph came through with those jobs.
What did Tony say?
It was Tony made him do it. I wished Albert happy birthday for you.
Who's been to see my ma?
I don't think anybody, Paulie.
Oh, this man's going to flip.
Ralph told this funny fucking joke, though, at Albert's party. He goes, Ginny Sack had a 95-pound mole surgically taken off her ass.
He said that? And you think it's funny?
Yeah, see?
It's in bad taste, huh?
Oh, no.
Remember, he's in with Johnny now, so.
No, I want a 50 T's.
Just sitting there and has a hard hat on.
Guys, pick up those ice cream wrappers.
If I were a carpenter and you were a douchebag. What's all that?
Fiber optic cable, high-speed internet access. A lot of money in this shit.
Oh, yeah? The kid was supposed to get a job this summer. Then she was going to be a hostess at Artie Bucco's restaurant. I got her that. Then something else fell through, and then.
So she's regressing.
She keeps it up, she'll be back in her womb.
That's great.
But what I find interesting is that at the age of 19, she actually wants to stay close to home.
She did have someone close die. She's traumatized.
He was shot to death.
It's tragic, that kid.
It was some kind of drug deal, you said.
Exactly, yeah. All the earmarks.
She knows.
She's got a heart on about Colombia. It's so competitive.
The way he delivered that line.
So good.
Has she said to you or Carmela she's depressed? Maybe she should be on medication. And her anger is focused on Carmela, not on you?
I catch some shit. Me and Matt, we were always close. Even in that 15-year-old period, you know, but you could hardly stomach Carmela.
Well, you are the dad, the template for all future lovers.
Freud loves that, bro.
Shouldn't you register for the classes you know you want so you don't lose them?
We did this the whole semester before, bro. This is crazy.
I decided to take a year off.
Oh.
What?
And do what? Loaf around the house?
Actually, I'm going to Europe with Misty. Mom, I'm just not ready. If I go back now, I'll have to start meeting with advisors who at least want me to temporarily declare a major or independent course of study. I'll have that to deal with. And obviously, you don't want me around here.
That is not what I said at all.
She knows what I fucking make. Who am I? Bill Gates?
You're a bartender. Supposed to be listening to my problems. Got a call from Jack Mazzarone. A very angry call.
The M80 in the porta pot. I fucking told Benny.
Don't fuck with me on this.
Fiber optic shit.
So you knew it was gonna be boosted?
No. Well, yeah, I mean, Patsy mentioned something.
Jesus Christ, if I wanted Patsy in charge. Use your fucking head, Christopher.
I'm sorry, T. I thought I was.
By drawing heat to a $250 million job? Christopher, think. The big fucking picture, huh?
It's nice, Janice, you know? Not my usual type, but...
Oh, hey, it's pretty. Pre-Raphaelite, they call it.
What is the scene, bro?
This is...
Nothing but net, motherfucker.
Actually, it hit the rim when it went in multiple times.
Making her happy wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for my career.
Actually, it might be.
Man walked to the rim and he's out of breath.
She's going to Europe, your daughter. She's dropping out of school, going all over the place on a Eurail pass.
Was she fucking kidding?
Apparently not. Her passport from our Christmas in the Bahamas is still valid.
You still online?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I am.
Dial up, bro.
I think we should call that therapist.
She's going back to school. They got counselors there. Better ones. Ivy League ones. No fucking way she's going to Europe.
What's the matter, baby? Tony again?
I owe this guy a lot, but he's a fucking jerk sometimes. You know what? I'm gonna get high.
Always the solution to his problems.
Yep.
It's funny with Tony, you know? It's like Danielle was saying, how we send food to the poorer countries. No good deed goes unpunished.
What is it with you and this girl? With all your intelligence, you never see the big picture.
Oh, what a projection.
Girl like that, ass like that, she don't have a boyfriend, she don't like Paulie.
Oh, like he's Jude Law.
Yeah, whatever. Are you that fucking blind? She's a dyke.
Oh, my God.
No.
For a second, I was like, is he on to something? No, bro. She's married to BoJack Horseman. Shut up.
I feel like, okay, Christopher's gonna get it? Really? They're gonna run with this? No.
It was your idea.
Dude.
Excuse me?
When the kid there, Vito, told you how expensive this shit was, you gave me a look.
A look. So now you're a fucking mind reader now.
It won't happen again. Chris,
Alvar hangs out with Dogma. He got honorable mention at the Winnipeg Film Festival last year for his short.
Bro, Winnipeg Film Festival.
Major.
I've never heard of it. I don't know if it is.
It's not.
I'm joking. Don't disrespect Winnipeg like that.
No. No hate to Winnipeg.
So what, French discos drive away all sad thoughts?
Yes.
You've never heard of the restorative nature of travel? Why does every college have junior year abroad if there isn't a...
Oh, no.
Another panic attack coming?
We need it now.
You want to go to Europe? Go. Clear your head. Run with the bulls. Do whatever it is the hell they do over there.
Thank you. I will.
Don't you think she should talk to someone first? Counselor, maybe?
Maybe the college of hard knocks is what she needs. Let her see if she likes it when some gypsy lifts her wallet. Let her find out you can't work over there without a permit, which the French hang on to like they're bulls.
There you go. Someone's got sense.
Thank you for that united front.
The more we fight it, the more she's gonna want to go. Show me the other boys over there. Maybe an Italian boy, an actual Italian one.
You with this Italian boy shit.
Mari, no, Jesus. Hello, Uncle Furio. What's so bad about him?
Oh, my God. She's finally going to agree with him.
She's not going to take this drastic step without talking to somebody first. Dr. Melfi's person is an educational consultant. Maybe she can explain to Meadow how dropping out now is not going to look at all good to medical schools.
Just say yes, dude. Yep.
So maybe you go on an antidepressant to tide you over. When I asked you earlier what Dad does for a living, you said waste management, wink, wink. What does wink, wink mean?
Oh, my God, Meadow.
It's like, you know. You mentioned Jack's father was in the mafia. I didn't realize your dad was, too.
There's no such thing as a mafia. I said Jackie's dad was a loan shark.
Again, she's being very protective of her.
How did Dad react when he heard Jack had been killed?
He was pretty upset. He used to tell Jackie all the time, don't get involved, stay in school.
Get involved?
Oh, so she's coming to the realization and admitting it.
Drugs.
The ex. So Dad was a positive force in Jack's life. So you book on Columbia, you can come back when you're ready. Or I could write you a letter to the University of Barcelona. I'm on a consultancy there.
She's going to go to Spain?
Study abroad, yeah.
So I was talking to Patsy. Sounds like Chrissy's got a little Napoleon thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Right. Nobody's denying his leadership abilities.
So what's the problem?
It's just, I don't know.
Patsy feels bad. Maybe he was passed over. So what the do you care? Last year you were pushing me to take him out. I'm just saying, with the change of rank and all, maybe he feels marginalized.
Ageism? Adriana's Club? Probably.
Yeah.
Has to be with this kind of music. They look familiar. We're going to get a lot of hate.
Let's celebrate this.
They look very familiar. I'm looking it up.
What we do is start our own group. I'll be the singer, and you two can bag me up.
Oh, please. Right.
What? It's so hard to rap? My bitch, my hoe, my bitch, my bitch. What?
What the hell's going on here?
Hey, yo.
The band is called the Swinging Neck Breakers. Never heard of them.
What the hell? Oh, no.
What are you doing?
What?
I'm gonna go.
What? Hang out. What's the matter?
You piece of fucking shit!
Oh!
I saw what you did. What did you think? You were gonna the two of us?
She came on to me. She took my hand. She was rubbing it on herself.
Bullshit!
Yeah? How about right before you came over? She was telling me where she buys her pants, her fucking underwear and shit. Fucking BBs like I give a
Thought you said she was gay.
Who knows what her problem is? What do I want with that skank when I got you?
You were saying she had a nice ass.
I was trying to say something positive because she's your friend.
He's such a manipulator, bro.
He is, but he's also not technically lying there. She did grab his hand and she was like starting to move
She
it.
was grabbing his hand because he put it there. She was trying to
push him off.
Was it? For me, it looked like she was.
No,
she was trying to push him off, I think.
We saw him put the hand first, and he also asked about the pants. He was lying.
Good point.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is crazy manipulation. It's real bad.
What'd you want?
Nothing really. You should see the floor tiles, though. That got delivered to the job site. Knock off the tile. Tony says no.
I got your back.
Oh, boy.
Tony be fine with it.
Yeah, Tony's low-key making mistakes left and right here.
How's your love life?
Why don't you mind your goddamn business?
I don't know. It kind of feels like it is my business, considering I had to hold your last boyfriend out of your kitchen in a hefty bag.
For your information, Ralph is a great guy.
Said the same thing about Richie.
Same exact shit.
Do I know this guy better than you? Because I'm telling you, he's no fucking good.
My happiness really drives you crazy, doesn't it, Tony?
Do the same thing. Go ahead. What are you going to do, Tony? Just let it happen.
And then he's going to have to help her escape and move out of state again.
5 fucking messages, Danielle? Can't you take a hint? Stop fucking calling here. Thought we were friends. Did you take his hand off your leg? Did you? I tried. Bullshit! Then don't ever fucking call me anymore. 4 fucking months of work.
She thinks I tried to seduce her fiance, Dwight.
I think we should consider the undercover op a dead issue. Let's just bring her in straight up.
Huh? She's going to probably still try, right?
Him and the earring, bro. It's still there.
Tony's over.
Tony! Tony! I don't mean to be a pest, but some of your guys...
I told you I'd take care of it.
This is not the fiber optics. I'm talking about the floor tiles.
What floor tiles?
Last night, somebody hijacked a trailer. The truck crushed a shed on its way out, too.
Oh, boy.
My mother's expecting us.
He's going to go crazy.
Yep.
Oh, look what the cat dragged in.
Come back for more, huh?
Hands on the made guy. They break this rule all the time, bro. I'm just going to say it.
I distinctly told you to lay off this fucking job.
Talk to Silvio. He gave the order, you stupid
Yeah? What'd you call me? Huh?
Yo,
Oh, my
Little fucking tough guy, huh? You bastard.
Oh, my God.
I'm calling the police. And don't think I forgot about you going through my fucking fiance's underwear drawer.
That wasn't me, you fucking jerk.
We'll see, huh?
Jesus Christ.
Who the are you? Ralph Bunch over here.
Oh! Damn.
Oh, my God.
Get him to the fucking hospital. Make sure he keeps his mouth shut. Keep your fucking mouth shut.
That was a great prop. Saw it bend and everything.
Jeez.
Damn.
Did you go to see Dr. Kobler?
Yeah, she said I don't have to tell you or Dad. It's confidential.
This is what we pay $200 for.
It was your idea. I only saw her out of a gesture of goodwill.
Tony! The therapist told her it is her right to go to Europe.
She actually thinks this is a good idea.
What the? Ouch. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, she's definitely depressed. 100%. Look at the room. The depression room.
Wendy said she can get me into school in Barcelona if I decided to stay.
Who's Wendy?
Dr. Wendy Kobler.
You could take Murphy's head and crush it like a fucking walnut.
Did you tell Wendy that you didn't work all summer?
You're right. I forgot to mention the pivotal role of the work ethic in this family.
Oh, my God.
May interest you to know she also thinks I should probably be on Prozac.
She does?
She said that?
Jackie was murdered. I know you think it's nothing that screaming my head off at the Columbia Army game wouldn't cure.
That is so unfair.
You know what I don't understand, Dad? You were all in favor of me going.
Your mother doesn't want it.
Listen to Mr. Mob Boss.
What did you call me?
All this fucking pussyfooting around. Why don't we just get it all out there?
Tony.
Shut up.
Tony!
Uh-oh.
You got something you want to say to me? You inferring to me that I didn't do everything I could to keep that kid from fucking himself up? That, yeah, knowing him and his family. That I didn't try to be a better dad to him than his own dad? God rest his soul.
I'm through telling people you help with environmental cleanup.
That's not what I asked you.
Like you could talk honestly for 3 fucking seconds.
You try me.
I made my plans. I'm going to Europe and I'm getting the fuck out of here.
You've been told no.
Watch me.
Don't do it. I'm warning you. Do not do it.
What a scene, man.
I mean, it was only a matter of time before she like confronted on that level.
Adriana LaCerva, Special Agent Dwight Harris, FBI. I believe you two have already met.
Oh.
You're in the fucking FBI? We need to talk, Aid. It'll only take a half hour, and I assure you it's in your best interest.
Well, I was not predicting this.
That's what they said.
No, I'm just saying like how the narrative was going to develop just from the beginning when we met Danielle.
But they literally said, now we just have to bring her in.
Yeah.
That's a search warrant. Your office, your club, your cocaine. It's not my cocaine. That's not what I have you saying on tape. You were fucking taping me? If I were you, I'd put aside my hurt feelings for a while.
I told you shit in confidence. That had nothing to do with any of this shit.
We're offering you a way out, Aid. A chance to save your life and Christopher's life.
You don't give a fuck about us.
It's heartbreaking for her. She thought she had a friend.
This is crazy because they're bringing her in and they're seeing all the stuff on the wall, the Soprano, Corrado, like all that.
Is your name even Danielle?
If you say no, you'll be placed under arrest and charged with possession and intent to distribute cocaine. A charge that carries with it a penalty of up to 25 years in prison.
My God.
Oh my gosh.
And after you make bail, you can explain to Tony Soprano why you brought an undercover federal agent into his home during Sunday dinner.
We'll probably never hear about it, though.
Oh my
Chances
God.
are you and Christopher will just disappear.
Oh my God.
Oh.
It went all over this man's face, bro. Jesus, she projectile vomited.
Ooh.
That wasn't pretty.
That's nasty.
That looked like vomit. Like, yeah. Ooh.
This floor tile shit, misunderstanding. It's a huge job, Sil. A lot of money at stake. You of all people should know that. What are you mad at me now? Is it a hanging offense or not? Did you deliberately disobey me? Of course not. Because Patsy says you gave the okay. This is after Chrissy talked to him. Timeline got fucked up. We go back a long way, Sil. If in any way you feel like Chrissy usurped you or anything like that, you're trying to read me, it's not how it is. Fine. Whole thing, misunderstanding. Truckload of floor tiles. You should be looking at what, 30 grand? Should be about 2 grand there. I'll have the rest for you later. I know you will.
So you gave him a pass.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because these are his most loyal guys who are literally, you know what I mean? It's not looking good.
What? You catch some shrapnel?
This guy
Some
is
shrapnel, bro. That's gross.
Yo, that's disgusting, bro.
so bad. Oh, she's trying to sign up for classes.
You're cutting it a little close for most of the popular classes.
What about this one?
09531.
Would that say photography?
It's your lucky day.
Morality, self-insight. Yeah, I saw that multiple times. Yeah, very fitting. Philosophy course, probably.
Been thinking, and if you want, we can talk to your cousin Brian about the estate planning.
Listen to him now. What, do you feel guilty? You have nothing to feel guilty about. It's me she blames.
What a shot. Wow. That last shot was
God. Wow. The first 2 episodes, I think I'm already getting the tone of this season, and it just feels very heavy. And I'm wondering if you guys are getting that with this season so far. In the first, I know it's only the first 2 episodes, but I'm just wondering if you guys getting that same feeling.
Oh yeah, for sure. Very heavy, darker tone.
Yeah, there's all the relationships feel like it's negative. Like there doesn't feel any sort of positive relationship building at all. And I know that's been happening throughout the show. But specifically now, like Tony and Carmela with their kids. You see Tony and his most trusted, soldiers. Paulie's in prison, but before that, Paulie was already, not, super high on Tony, and now Silvio's kind of, going a little against him too. And you also have Christopher just going completely off the wall, and I think things are just completely slipping out of Tony's control, and I wouldn't be surprised if his stress level gets to the point where he can't cope, and more panic attacks or whatever else.
There was a lot of power dynamics at play. You're looking at from the familial side between Tony, Carmela, and that Meadow situation, and then you look at within the mob as well. And I'm just wondering, is there a parallel in that, or is there any similarities that you saw between those two very distinct, different things that occurred in this episode?
What do you mean? Like what
okay,
parallels?
In terms of the way they're moving against Tony.
Yeah, a little bit. I think the power struggle has always been a consistent theme throughout this, and the power struggle within his family and within the mob is I think the way that they set up the two dynamics that are at play in his life, just like who Tony is as a regular person, who he is in his job, and all of that. And I think that this is another episode of that dynamic and his control over it slipping and continuing to slip. And in his mind, I think he's trying to do the right thing. And again, he's trying to. The whole thing with Christopher is his intent is to step away, work in the shadows, have somebody who is family and that he trusts wrongly. I think he should know at this point Christopher is not somebody that he should be trusting. But yeah, I just think those dynamics are slipping. I have one thing that I need to say now because I'm gonna forget it. I just started thinking about it, but it was the scene, the last scene where she says, "Oh, you feel guilty? Don't like." She blames me, and Tony goes, "For what?" And she doesn't reply. Did you guys get anything out of why she said that? Why she blames Carmela?
Because she married Tony.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Because
that's exactly what I was thinking.
She married Tony. She
It's
put
like-
herself in that situation.
100%.
She's like, you married him. You decided to be in this life.
Yeah.
And now you had me. You carried me in the womb, and you brought me to life into this whole situation.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Is that it's been implied, right? This entire Carmela's arc has, and her biggest struggle is her implication in the life that Tony leads and how that affects her family. And I think that last line, this entire episode, and the blame and how she directs a lot of the things to a lot of her hate towards Carmela, Meadow specifically, like it all goes back to that. And I think that is exactly what I got from that line. So yeah.
That's why I said, like, bro, this just feels so draining. Like, it's just because they're tackling like these. We're getting more of a. We're seeing the downfall. We're seeing not the downfall, but we're seeing the negatives a lot more than we're seeing the positives, like you said. And it's heavy to watch.
I just also think the end, like Carmela's face in that,
like, she just looks so hopeless.
It's hopeless, but it's also like it's a little bit of indifference, and it's a little bit of just like, this is my life, and she has to be. I chose this. Like it's up to me, and it's very telling that she's gotten to the point now where she's not fully blaming and pointing the finger at Tony because she knows that she's also complicit in all this.
When you said that this is my life, it reminded me of Past Lives. You know the film where
Yes, I know.
that scene where she's talking to her husband, and he's like, "Oh, do you want to be in this situation?" She goes, "This is my life. This is where I ended up."
Yeah,
and it seems like, that's how Carmela's conceptualizing all of this. She's just saying, this is.
Yes, but I think it's deeper than that.
You think it's deeper?
I think it's deeper because I think she chose this. Like, she knows, like, her family was mob related, right? Because Christopher's dad was, involved, and she probably had a way out also. But what she did was she chose to marry probably one of the most important families in the New Jersey family. So to me, it's one of those things where, like, she can't just say, "This is my life. This is how it ended up." She actually chose to go this path, and now she has to sit with that. Yeah. So to me, it's even more like she's reconciling that, and that's why she can't just point the finger at Tony. And the things that Tony does, whether it's good or bad, at the end of the day, like, I get it. It's Carmela. I'm not blaming Carmela, and it's not like Carmela is the bad person here. Out of Tony and her, he's definitely worse. But I think she is starting to realize and feel the guilt of choosing this life for herself and for her family.
She's seeing the reality of it.
Yeah.
She doesn't understand that I did know that he was in the mob.
Mhm.
Like she didn't. I don't think he hid that from her.
No, definitely not.
So
she knew what she was walking into.
Yeah, she knew.
But now she's seeing the repercussions it has on her kids, and that is the part that I think is hitting her more than it has before.
And then you see them trying to correct that with them. You know, the whole Jackie Jr. narrative, like Tony telling him specifically, "Yo, don't do this. You don't want to end up like us."
Yep.
Look at so it's.
But the more and more that we see, and I think Jackie Jr. is a cautionary tale of this, is like it's inevitable. Like regardless of whether or not, and not even Jackie Jr., Carmela, like regardless, you try to get out of it. Even Meadow, you put her in Colombia, guess what she's gonna do? She's gonna go after Jackie Jr., who's the son of one of the mob bosses before, who is now getting into deep shit, falling into almost the same path that Carmela was falling into. Jackie's falling into the path that his dad was falling into. Tony fell into the path that his dad fell into. Like, it's almost like there is no escape of this life.
There isn't.
No matter how much you push and try to guide your kids or guide your family into the right path, it's almost like there is no way out. And I think that's why at one point, we talked about, I think Tony said in one of his therapy sessions, like he wanted Meadow to go further away from him. And I think he recognizes that. Like he knows more than anybody, like the proximity to me is not
danger.
Is dangerous.
Yeah.
And I think that's a very damning thing that we're seeing now in this episode.
I'm pretty sure Tony said something along the lines of that as well. When Christopher was getting made, the little ceremony they had, he like asked Christopher, like, "Are you sure about this? Because once you join this family, it's for life.
Yeah.
There's no escape."
Yeah.
So, and then he saw the crow and all that crap.
Yeah.
So.
Charlie, if you were in Tony's shoes and knowing that he feels that if you're close to him, he is danger, you should get away, all the stuff that has been talked in therapy, would you allow your daughter to go to Barcelona to get the frick away from you?
I mean, yeah, I think so. if he thinks that her being around him is dangerous, and she already put herself in a dangerous situation because she was seeing Jackie Jr., all the shit that happened with him, it could have gone a lot worse for her, right? If she stuck around and didn't find out about him cheating and all this stuff. So I think if Tony like truly loves his daughter, yeah, I would let her go.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting that you guys say that, because in the beginning of the episode, he was like, he said it in a very angry and like cold way, but he was like, maybe you should go, right? And it's almost like he was encouraging her to make that choice. And we don't know the true motivation behind it. Maybe he like I think we know that he was upset at the decision and all of that stuff, but maybe there is a inkling of him that thought like, this is better off. Like you're better off doing that. And then him having to fight the need to balance what Carmela wants and what they both think is good for her and all of that stuff. But I also think Tony is a little bit he's traditional in a way where like just the idea of letting his kid run off to Europe doesn't sit well with him. But then he at one point started to rationalize, she could meet an Italian, like, you know what I mean?
like Furio,
Yeah, like these are the things that he's trying to make sense of and make it seem like maybe it shouldn't be such a bad thing, because exactly your point, like maybe she's better off there than here.
Yeah. And then we see the growth in his character to an extent, because, season 1, season 2, he'd just be lashing out on her, right? He'd just be like, no, you're not going to do this. No, do that. But versus now, since he's had so many sessions with Dr. Melfi, he is, like you said, he's trying to rationalize the situation to the best of his ability. So, yeah, that is interesting to see his development so far. All right, looking at In the Mob, we know that what we've gotten from this series is that, working in that situation, in this environment, relationships can fall out. We had with Pussy, we had with some other members as well. And now we're seeing some guys at the core, with Silvio, with Paulie, with Christopher. This is crazy, right? But did you guys see this happening in the upcoming seasons in the way that it was going? In terms of, this little power dynamic now, it seems like, would you say people are turning slightly against Tony?
Yeah, and I think that part of it has to do with how he came into power in the first place. Like, he was never And he still isn't kind of like the legitimate boss of the family because Junior is kind of the talking head or at least the face, right? To have all that happen. And then, he has to make all of these decisions to try to keep the peace, try to appease different people. And I think that people can smell blood. Like they can smell that there are chinks in his armor, that maybe he's not untouchable, that maybe they can grab a little bit more power for themselves. And I think especially Johnny Sack, you know what I mean? A guy who presents himself very well, a friend to all, minds his own business. But the second that he gets an opening, second that Paulie comes to talk to him, he takes his chance. So I think that as soon as that connection is made stronger, Paulie leaves prison, we're going to see the power dynamic shift even further.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just wondering because it just looking at the way that Silvio was looking at Tony that scene, I was like, bro, this feels different.
Yeah.
There's
The only reason I'll say yes that I saw this coming is because of that dream sequence where he shot Polly. So that to me screamed like there's going to be conflict here.
Yeah.
Whether it's, just specifically with Polly or if it was symbolizing like within his inner core members, like his right hand men, then yeah. But I do think Tony is going to have a battle now of trying to get everybody's loyalty back and their respect, because he's losing it on all sides.
Yeah, because right now, who does he trust? Furio? Yeah. Like he's the only
Yeah, low key, he's like one of the only people that he.
I don't know why he doesn't like just trust Furio more.
Well, so Fudio's not, he's not a capo. He doesn't have the pull and the, the loyalty and respect of the other people because technically he's an outsider to them, right? So I think that's part of it. But again, I think again, like there is the cliche saying of like keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. I think that Tony has been operating off of that for a while in the ways that he's dealt with Richie, now with Ralphie, and so on and so forth. And I think it's actually coming to bite him in the ass because now what's happening is he's pushing his friends away, his closest like confidants, and their loyalty is diminishing. And I think that they could potentially become his enemies.
And where do you think that started? You think that started with the whole Ralphie situation?
I think it started probably before that. Like as soon as he started to having to operate outside of his family, like the politics of all of it is where it became messy. I don't think that all of a sudden it changed and flipped on its head, but that kind of started the dominoes. But now with Ralphie and the whole dynamic of making him capo and like letting him, take, deal over Paulie, like way disproportionate in Ralphie's favor, and now telling Silvio what he can and can't do. These are the things that is very clearly. And then the stuff with Christopher, like the whole episode with Christopher where they were up against the wall fighting, and he had told Christopher's like, you don't gotta love me, but you gotta respect me. All of that, I think it's all like he's leading with his closest people by fear. And I think that's a dangerous way to go.
Yeah. And one more thing, we had the whole Adriana situation, and how that developed. She now has to either go into witness protection,
and inform,
or 25 years, up to 25 years.
Yeah, that's what they say, right? That's what they say.
I don't think she's taking the 25 years. No, nobody has.
No, but it's also like there are interrogation tactics. Like they don't have to be 100% truthful when they talk to you about this stuff.
They don't.
So it's not guaranteed that she's going to get 25 years. We don't know how much they actually have in terms of evidence. We don't even know if she was wearing a wire. I think they would have showed us that if she was actually wearing a wire, because she was saying, I got that on tape. But they were in the club when that stuff happened.
Yeah.
So maybe she doesn't. And I think that's there is potentially a way for Adriana to really, like, this is the part where she has to decide, like, do I really trust Christopher and the family to take care of this, or do I have to take care of myself? And I think that's the decision now. And I mean, the next episode being named Christopher, I think
That's a sign.
Yeah, we're gonna get some sort of insight into what her decision is.
Yes. And with that being said, y'all, thank you so much for watching and listening to this episode. We love you guys and see you soon for more Tony Tuesday. Stay beautiful, y'all.
See ya.